Have you ever just stopped and wondered how a sprawling, massive municipality of millions actually organizes its future? Well, it absolutely doesn't happen by accident, right? It takes a master plan. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack the architectural blueprint of an evolving city. We're looking at the eThekwini municipality in South Africa and digging into their seriously ambitious framework, known as eThekwini 2030. Let's dive right in and decode exactly how a government tries to literally engineer a city that cares about its people. And, maybe it'll get you thinking about the grand plan behind your own city, too.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. First, the eThekwini 2030 vision. Second, caring and livable defined. Third, translating vision into action. Fourth, reality check, the challenges. And finally, evolution to Vision 2050. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the eThekwini 2030 vision, setting the standard.
So, every massive project, whether you're building a giant skyscraper or, an entire society, needs a North Star. Without a grand unifying statement, departments just end up working in silos, completely disconnected. For eThekwini, that anchor is this statement. By 2030, eThekwini will enjoy the reputation of being Africa's most caring and livable city, where all citizens live in harmony. Now, this isn't just some catchy PR tagline. It's the absolute central point of leverage for the whole municipality. Originally formed back in 2000 through the Long-Term Development Framework, this one strategic vision is meant to align every single department toward one unified goal.
But how do you make that massive vision real? Well, the municipality uses what's called outcome-based planning. They break that grand vision down into 6 distinct strategic priority areas. We're talking creating a safe city, ensuring environmental sustainability, promoting accessibility, creating a prosperous city with sustainable livelihoods, fostering a caring and empowering city, and celebrating cultural diversity. The key thing here is that these aren't just fluffy ideas, they're measurable outcomes. By focusing on these specific targets, the city gets a tangible framework to actually track its progress. It's like a giant puzzle, and this is how they measure success. Moving on to Section 2, caring and livable defined, the human element. Now, you might be wondering, it's super easy to throw around bureaucratic buzzwords, but what does caring actually mean when it's literally written into civic policy? Well, according to the framework, a caring city is highly specific. It focuses on meeting basic needs like providing essential water and electricity while ensuring citizens truly feel protected. It means supporting vulnerable groups with targeted social health interventions. But what's really amazing here is the explicit inclusion of Ubuntu. Ubuntu is this beautiful Southern African philosophy that roughly translates to "I am because we are." It's pretty incredible to see a government document aiming to foster a culture of mutual respect right alongside laying down water pipes, isn't it? Now, on the flip side, the livable city definition shifts the focus to engineering the physical and social environment. We're talking about a place where citizens are socially connected, live sustainably, and have vital access to affordable housing, health services, and recreation. A livable city is all about providing a high quality of life and equal opportunities, basically building a place people are genuinely proud to call home.
So if we take those two concepts, caring and livable, and smash them together, what's the ultimate goal? The blueprint makes it crystal clear. Realizing this vision means every single resident and visitor secures 4 tangible benefits: ease of movement, a safe environment, solid economic opportunities, and a clean, green municipality. That right there is the absolute gold standard they're striving for.
All right, let's look at Section 3, translating vision into action, the machinery. Because a vision without execution is just a hallucination, right? So how do they actually pull this off? They use an 8-point plan as the machinery to coordinate everything. But here's the catch. Departments literally have to change their entire mindset. Take the Cleansing and Solid Waste Unit, or CSW. They shifted from traditional waste management over to resource management. Think about that for a second. It's a total paradigm shift, shifting an entire city from just managing trash to actually mining resources. It's a massive reimagining of daily operations, realizing that to build a livable city, waste has to be viewed as a building block for sustainability. It's a real game changer. We see this strict alignment in other places too, like water and sanitation. They aren't just out there laying pipes, they're aligning their daily steps with that grand 2030 vision. Step 1, provide equitable services. Step 2, ensure technical excellence, which naturally leads to Step 3, achieving a high quality of life. Literally everything maps directly back to being Africa's most caring and livable city. It connects underground plumbing straight to human happiness, which is wild to think about. But let's be real, Section 4, reality check, the challenges. Any good explainer needs to look at the whole picture, and there's a serious tension between this utopian blueprint and the messy reality on the ground. It is definitely not all smooth sailing. In the 2021-22 Municipal Services and Living Conditions Survey, they actually recorded a distinct drop in the overall score for the vision and mission. Basically, resident satisfaction is falling. People are essentially saying, hey, we hear the vision, but we are absolutely not feeling the results in our daily lives.
Let's de-jargonize that for a second. Everyday struggles map directly against those strategic pillars we talked about. When residents worry about their personal safety, it hits the safe city priority directly. When they stress over the affordability of municipal rates, well, that undermines the caring and empowering city goal. And lacking access to economic opportunities, that makes the prosperous city visions start to crumble. The big takeaway here is that high-level strategy literally lives or dies based on solving grassroots struggles. And it gets heavier. There is a severe health data warning. The city's own numbers show that the 2030 goal is at serious risk unless maternal and child mortality are overcome. I mean, a city absolutely cannot legitimately claim to be the most caring in Africa if its most vulnerable populations, mothers and newborns, are at risk. Overcoming this is the ultimate life-or-death test of the entire blueprint. Which brings us to Section 5, Evolution to Vision 2050, Expanding the Horizon.
So, how does a massive municipality adapt to hurdles like that? They evolve by stretching their timeline. Let's see how this timeline builds. Back in 2000, the Long-Term Development Framework was formed, setting that 2030 caring and livable city vision. Interestingly, they also set a midpoint goal for 2040, aiming to make the Durban inner city Africa's most vibrant walkable city center. But now they're looking way down the road to 2050, aiming to become a smart port city region. This whole evolution is guided by the district development model and its one plan. The massive new Vision 2050 statement is a leading smart port city region that is just, safe, resilient, socially cohesive, and culturally expressive. It's huge. They're taking those foundational ideas of caring and livable and completely upgrading them for the mid-21st century, folding in big concepts like resilience and smart city tech. To actually get there without ignoring today's massive problems, the 2023/24 Integrated Development Plan serves as a bridge. It works by first targeting those immediate 2030 caring goals, then tightly aligning the 5-year budgets, all while building a foundation for those huge 2050 objectives. It's a crazy delicate balancing act, funding today's basic needs while investing in tomorrow's smart infrastructure.
We've unpacked the grand vision, the machinery, and the very real challenges of the eThekwini blueprint. But to wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative question. Can a top-down municipal blueprint, no matter how perfectly crafted, truly engineer a culture of caring and Ubuntu? Or does a city's livability ultimately depend on the grassroots, everyday actions of its citizens? It's an incredible balancing act between government policy and community responsibility. Think about how that plays out right where you live. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope this gives you a completely new lens to look at how the world around you is built.